Hi, Tom Brannon here. I'm headed to Nashville, Tennessee today to be with Extreme Networks for the 2022 edition of Extreme Connect. Join me. Extreme Networks hosted their annual customer event in Nashville, Tennessee, with several hundred in-person attendees and several thousand virtual attendees. The 3-day event was packed with keynotes, breakout sessions, and networking time, and there was a real excitement around being back in person for this event for the first time in 3 years. And being in Nashville, there was, of course, great music and a lot of fun at every turn. I really got a lot out of this event. Stick around for my 3 key takeaways. Great conferences start with great content. My first takeaway is the content for Extreme Connect was outstanding. The keynotes given by their executive team were spot on, they were clear, they were concise, and they showed a real connectedness of the vision of the company with the products that are coming out. But maybe even more interesting than that were some of the customer keynotes. We heard from the NFL, we heard from NASCAR about some of the challenges that they're facing providing connectivity in this increasingly digital world. In addition to the keynotes, there were several outstanding breakout sessions. And these rooms were full. They really showed a lot of engagement, which we're going to get to in just a second. But I know I learned a lot. Things like 5G, things like how that's going to play into Wi-Fi, learning more about their kind of deeper dive into how that they're managing their devices as well as other vendors' devices in the cloud. Also attended a very interesting session about the Biltmore estate, this 8,000 acre estate in North Carolina, and the challenges that they're having and how Extreme's helping them to meet those challenges. And then there was a consultant panel that I had the privilege of moderating with some of my colleagues. Again, full room, a lot of interest from customers about working with consultants. But every session I went to had a lot of value and had a very interesting perspective of what's going on at Extreme. So I thought the content was A+. For my second takeaway, I want to talk about the engagement of Extreme's end user customers at this event. I get to attend a lot of events, some with customers, some without. And I thought that this event was particularly engaging. I felt like that their customers that were there for a purpose. They weren't just there to go to Nashville and have fun, although we certainly did that. They were really there to learn and really there to hear from their peers and to really dive deeper into Extreme Networks. And I thought that the level of engagement was outstanding. Our customer panel I mentioned before, it was at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I wondered how many people really were going to get up at 8 o'clock to hear from a panel of consultants, and the room was full. And that just showed me that the people that were there to learn, they were there to engage, and I thought it was one of the most engaged customer bases that I've ever seen in an event like this. My third takeaway is that Extreme Connect 2022 is really a blueprint of how these events should be. You had a mix of things going on. The executives were all accessible. Even though I didn't schedule one-on-one meetings with any of them, I still had opportunities to get to know them and hear more about their vision for Extreme, which I thought was very beneficial. You had a good mix of voices. You had the voice of Extreme, you had analysts, you had a lot of very candid end user customers that got a lot of time to get up in front of the audience and share about their experiences. So it wasn't just a sales pitch the entire time. There was really, really strong content from a myriad of voices across the industry. And I think this is the way these types of events should be run. And I was very pleased to be in attendance. As much as I enjoyed this event and being in Nashville, I'm really looking forward to next year's Extreme Connect event, which will take place in Berlin. And I hope to see you there. That's it for this edition of On Convergence. We'll see you next time.